Howdy folks, EffingController here, and this is my first live in living color Let's Play. I've been doing some work on Silent Hunter 3 Let's Play, but this is my first actual real Let's Play, and I've decided to do Escape Velocity Nova, which you may or may not have heard of. If you haven't, you're certainly a very deprived and sad person, because this is a great series. Escape Velocity Nova was released, I think, in 2002, and its predecessors Override was released in 98, and then the original Escape Velocity was released in 96. So this is a sort of venerable series, I guess you'd say. It was mostly played on the Mac, though, so that's probably why most people haven't heard of it. But it's a really cool game. It's a kind of a space trading exploration combat sim. It's like Elite, the X series, like X3 Reunion and all those. Sort of like, I don't know, Port Royal or Patrician, a little bit more robust than those even. It's a really, really awesome game. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. It really is better to actually just see it rather than have me explain it. So we're going to make a new player, and I have already decided what to call him. His name is Beef Goodthrust. His nickname is, I haven't actually decided on a nickname. How about Pokey? I don't know. And he's going to be a dude. And so we now have a brand new Sigma Shipyards Alpha Class shuttle. I think I'm going to call it the Buttmonger. I don't intend on staying on in this ship for very long. Alright, let's just get going. I don't think I'm going to read this. I'll just give you guys the gist of it, and if you want to read it, you can. Just pause the video. The gist is that mankind had developed this network of hypergates. Then everything kind of went to shit. There was a civil war, and there was terrorists and all that kind of crap, and they blew up some of the gates, and humanity became separated, and there were these three main factions that grew, and they're only just now becoming or coming back into contact with each other after they developed a kind of new propulsion system that allows them to go faster than the speed of light. And it's not using that hypergate system, it's like the warp system in Star Trek. So now they're just coming back into contact, and needless to say, things are a little complicated, and that's the world that we've been thrown into. So here we are. We're at Port Kane, which is in the Cania system. It's where I like to actually start. It's random, though. I'm going to land on this little station here. As you can see, we've got our little dinky shuttlecraft, and we're just, able to tool around. And you can see it also uses Newtonian physics. So, like, if you thrust one way and you stop, you keep going, of course, because it's space. Let's go ahead and land. That makes for some interesting combat mechanics. I'll just say that. Okay. We've got an event that actually already started. As we wander around a spaceport for the first time as a fully fledged ship's captain, a weather-beaten man in his early 50s by the look of him comes over. This is basically a tutorial mission. I'm not really going to bother with it because I've played this game so many times, and the mission really isn't that interesting. So I'm going to tell him no. I don't want to have anything to do with him. So when you're at a port, you have a few different options. This port doesn't have all those options, actually, but it's got a bar, a mission BBS, and a trade center. The trade center is where you purchase goods. You can see that we can buy all this stuff, and then if we were so inclined, we could sell it at another location for a better price. Buy low, sell high. If I have to explain that, just stop watching. I don't really like to trade, especially in this part of the game, because my ship is so small that the volume doesn't make it worth it. But then there's the mission BBS, and these have, you can, like, if I were to accept this, I would have to take 6 tons of medical supplies to Snowmelt, and the payment is 18,000 credits, which is actually a lot. I'm actually going to go ahead and just accept that. And over here, towards the right, you can see our free cargo space. We can only carry 10 tons of cargo, so it's not very much. Then we have the bar, And this is kind of mostly for, well, I wouldn't say that. It's sort of for flavor, but it also gives you the opportunity to get some really interesting missions that are not on the mission BBS. They're more narrative in their nature, and they also have some better rewards in a lot of cases. We don't have anything that we can really do here. You can gamble on a space race. It's not really worth it. You can hire escorts, which are other ships that can kind of tag along with you. This is like a fighter. This is a cargo ship. That's just a bigger version of our current ship, and that's a ship very much like ours. And they all require a daily fee, I think, or a weekly fee or something like that. Now, if this was a bigger port, this would have a shipyard where we could possibly buy other ships, but it also has an outfitter. There's a few things that we could buy here in theory, but I don't really even want to waste any money on this ship of mine that I've got. This isn't a bad upgrade. Like, some of the upgrades to your sensor systems are pretty good, even on a crappy ship like this, but again, I don't really care enough to bother with that. So, the mission we have is to deliver 6 tons of medical supplies to Snowmelt in the Fomalhaut system. And you can see we have a map here, and it indicates where we're supposed to go. We start off with kind of a rudimentary map of the immediate area. So I'm going to just take us there. We got to get far enough away from the system center to begin our jump. And here we go. So we've jumped one system away, and now we're going to complete our travel there. Alright. So we're in the system. And let's go ahead and land. Alright, so they unloaded the cargo supplies, and we made a buttload of money off of that. So you can see there's this gray bar here. That's my fuel, and you can also see that I have a piddly amount of it because I only did 2 jumps and I'm almost out. So we only have 3 jumps worth of fuel on this little piece of crap. That really limits our capabilities, actually. But we'll just have to make do, I guess. So this is a mission for 12 tons of luxury goods. We can't even accept that because we don't have the room. So we might actually check out the other planet in this system. Just hop on over there. You can see all these other much cooler looking ships floating around me. There's also asteroids, which you can blow up. I'm gonna just see if I can take this thing out with my laser beams. This guy is keeping an eye on me. He's basically like a cop for the system. Boy, this is taking a while. So you can blow them up into smaller pieces like asteroids, I guess, but you can also fit your ship out with some systems to allow you to harvest those asteroids for money. It's not a great way to make money, honestly, but it works. Okay. Oh, there's a delivery to Port Kane, which is where we started. But let's see if we can go somewhere new. Let's go to Hargan. Alright. Onward and upward, folks. So my first priority is I want to get the hell out of this ship. It's just not good. There's nothing good I can say about it. Okay. Oh, we're in Seoul. Okay. Let's go ahead and land on Earth. Whoa, whoops. I zigged when I should have zagged. Alright. Hit the brakes and land. So you can see Earth has this giant ring around it. Sort of like in X3, I think. There's flavor text here, but the I don't know, I guess the bottom line is that it was designed to be like a commerce center, I suppose. Feel bad for all those folks that have to live in the shadow of it, though, huh? I don't want to outfit. Let's see what they have to actually buy. A heavy shuttle is not a bad thing to buy. but I want to get something more like this. The Valkyrie is a great ship. The other great ship is this Starbridge. This one has some pretty serious upgrades to it, though, so I don't really want to get that particular Starbridge. But the Valkyrie would be a good upgrade, too. So we're going to have to just keep farting around until we get enough money to get either one of those. We can actually check to see if there's anything nearby that would be worth doing. Now, let's just go ahead and try and get to our next target here. What's our Hargan in the Marine system? So as you can see, it's not necessarily a linear course to get to a place. This particular system, I don't actually know how to get there. I've played this game several times, but it could be that I have to go this way. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and try. That's part of the fun, too, is, I mean, you're going to get lost playing this. Oh, great. We made the right choice. And, you know, you'll run into some things that are really surprising, let me tell you. Yeah, that's... I don't know why I checked the map. We haven't actually run into any pirates or anything like that, which is good, because we'd get blown to shit immediately. Alright, so we made a little chunk of change off of that. We could go back to Snowmelt. Let's see if there's any missions in the bar. No. Crap. Well, I suppose we could go to Colon. Poop joke. Alright. Let's go ahead and go. And then after that, maybe we can go to exclamation point. Sorry. I'll try to keep the puns to a minimum. Alright. The nice thing about the Valkyrie and... Wait, which planet am I going to? Oh yeah, that's right. Alright. The nice thing about the Valkyrie and the Starbridge is you can use them for either trade or combat, and I'm not really settled on which one I want to do as a part of this little Let's Play here. Pyrogenesis 1, that sounds metal, dude. Nothing in the bar. Okay. That's not very far. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm just kind of gradually mapping out the area around here. I just want to know where things are so I can get some better missions, hopefully. I always do like to tab through the different ships in the system you can see on the side of the screen, just to be sure that there's not a pirate that's going to come kick my face in. And even if I was to happen to find one, he probably would still kick my face in, but whatever. Okay. Making money. You are Beef Goodthrust, captain of the Buttmonger. I'm Samantha Verana, and I'm a representative for the courier company United Shipping. So this is actually a good opportunity for us, because they say that they deliver small cargoes, and we're a small cargo ship, that's for sure. I think I'm going to accept her offer to work for her. And so we need to head over to Trusa in the Arcanar system to pick up 2 tons of personal effects for a client on Sirius Prime. So we'll have to go to Trusa and then go to Sirius Prime. And these missions actually pay really well. That's another great reason to sign up with them. As we head more to the galactic north, we're going to run into some more interesting characters. Right now, this is pretty vanilla space, as it were. Is this where we're going? Trusa? Yeah. Alright. We've got our package. Ooh, that's an interesting spot. You know what? I think I'm going to go this way and then this way. Just a hunch. Okay. Oh, you can see this system. This system, like Sol, is outlined in blue. Corella is outlined in orange, which usually means it has like a forbidden dock. Whoa, watch out. Looks like we've hit some combat. So the wild geese are fighting an Auroran. The Aurorans are dudes to the galactic south, and the wild geese are actually mercenaries, but they're in the employ of the Federation, I think. That Auroran is about to go down, but he's taken quite a few of them with him. You can see what's going on sort of on the radar. He's still firing away. Well, we better get out of here. We don't want to linger. But that space dock here, we can't actually land at because it's a military installation, basically. Anything that's outlined in orange, you can't really interact with, I guess. And that's only a temporary state, possibly. You may be able to at a later time. So we're out of fuel, and we're about to hit Sirius Prime. Let's see how much money we get for this mission. Jeez. Wall of text. Okay. I'll let you guys read through this, but I'm just going to kind of skim it. Okay, so he's saying that we have access to their missions in the mission BBS. Oh, I only got 10,000 credits for that stinky little mission. That's okay, I guess. But we didn't have any deadline on it, so that's fine. You can see that they're kind of fraternal, that they take care of each other. That's nice. Yeah, these are timed missions, but you don't get very much money for them. Some of them, actually, I shouldn't say that. Some of them you get paid really quite well. This isn't a bad mission here. But the problem is that you have to go to one place and then go to another. Our ship is also pretty slow at traveling through hyperspace, so there's a possibility that we could fail some of these missions, which doesn't really, I don't think it does anything terrible to you, but meh. I just don't want to bother with it if I can't be assured that I will make it. 1, 2, 3. We can do that. Let's do that. Let's go to New Babylon. Let's check out the bar too. Nothing. Okay. This guy's gonna follow me out of the system, that's fine. Alright. Nope. Let's go to New Babylon, please. Ah! Almost got hit by that. Jeez. Our little ship can't take very much abuse, so we gotta be really careful. You can see on the bottom we've just got a message here that there's a distress call from a derelict vessel, which is probably this one here, and it is. Now you can land on these or board them, I guess, and you can sometimes get treasure and stuff, I guess you'd say, but you can also, these sometimes are a trap too, so I'm not even gonna bother with it. I'm just gonna land because I don't want to have to deal with pirates in this dinky little piece of dog poop. Okay, so we've just made our first 100,000 credits. We're doing pretty good. I think I'm gonna stop here for the time being, and we'll continue on later. Catch you then.